Hello, this is attorney Bob Diamond. On behalf of myself and my brother Ed Diamond, I'd like to welcome you to the Best and Worst Areas for Real Estate Investing 2012 edition. This report is designed to help you to decide which states are the best places to invest in 2012. It's a result of years of experience and sophisticated and extensive research. It's part art, it's part science, and it's 100% informed opinion. So who are we? Ed Diamond, MBA, and Bob Diamond, attorney at law. Now this is Bob Diamond. My brother Ed is the gentleman on the right with the hair, and I am the sleek-headed guy with the goatee in the middle. I'm the attorney and Ed's the MBA. We've been real estate investors for over 20 years, and that's each. That's not between the two of us, that's each. We've completed over $100 million worth of transactions as either principal, attorney, or agent. We're actively investing today, and we're teaching others how to invest in this fantastic buying opportunity market. So here's how we evaluate the areas. We research population movement in and out of an area. We research jobs, business climate, taxes, rents. We evaluate the cost of housing versus historic norms and rents versus the cost of acquisition, maintenance, and other operating expenses. The best places to invest your time, money, and effort in 2012 are areas that feature population growth, jobs, and business-friendly climates. They have good relationships between rents, acquisition costs, and operating expenses. And this list, remember, is for long-term hold properties. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the list. The winners, the best places to invest in 2012 are number 1, North Carolina. That's right, number 1. For 10 out of the past 10 years, it's had population inflow. Large numbers of people moving in steadily for the past 10 years, good jobs, employer-friendly state, people retire there, people work there, and the city of Charlotte, North Carolina, is undervalued according to our research by 18% using traditional affordability and valuation models as compared to historic norms. So North Carolina is a place that you should definitely be checking out. Now the number 2 best place to invest in the United States for 2012 is the great state of Maryland. 10 out of 10 years, it's had a good number of people moving in steadily. Beneficiary of a large government and, frankly, likely to continue growing due to the government that continues to grow. These are federal jobs, they're good paying jobs, they're steady jobs. The people in Maryland are the beneficiaries of that, so that was a great place to invest. Number 3, best place to invest in 2012, the great state of Virginia. Also has had 10 steady years of population inflow. Also, same as Maryland, a beneficiary of a large government and likely to continue growing due to the government growth. Number 4, Florida. That's right, I said Florida. Aren't you surprised? It's only had population inflow for 5 out of the past 10 years. But despite losing population, Florida has a lot to recommend. It's sun, it's a retirement haven, and the city of Tampa is undervalued by, get this, 25% using a traditional affordability and valuation models when we compare to historical norms. The taxes are very low in Florida, and it's an international destination. Very strong long-term hold in our opinion. And number 5, best place to invest in the United States in 2012, the great state of Texas. Yes, Texas. In 10 out of the past 10 years, it's had population inflows, and they're good-sized population inflows. Of course, it's a big state, but it's got a good, strong economy. Oil and gas is absolutely booming there. But the one caveat for Texas that pushed it down on our list is it has very high real estate taxes. Dallas is a place you should definitely look at, undervalued by 15% when you look at the housing using traditional affordability and valuation models compared to historic norms. So Texas is a great place to look at for investing. Number 6, New Mexico. That's right, New Mexico, 9 out of the past 10 years, it's had a population inflow. The numbers of population are moderate, but then again, the places that people live in, or the number of places in New Mexico, are relatively small. Steady growth year after year. Numbers have been smaller over the past 3 years, but we still believe in New Mexico because it's a great retirement destination. It's got terrific weather. Santa Fe has a really interesting and vibrant arts community, and New Mexico we think will continue to attract people. And the housing is very inexpensive there. Next, number 7, Tennessee. Population inflow for 8 of the past 10 years. Lots of people moving in and out, many retirees moving there, very reasonable taxes, Ed actually lived in Tennessee for about 10 years, and he absolutely loved it. Obviously, the big cities are Nashville and Memphis. Nashville has a great music scene and a steady economy. Memphis is the headquarters for FedEx, which is not getting smaller anytime soon. And it's got great weather and a lot to recommend it. So Tennessee is number 7. Number 8, the great state of North Dakota. That's right, North Dakota. Now, 7 out of the past 10 years, it's had a population inflow. Now, it's not huge numbers because there aren't a huge number of people that live there, but the numbers of people moving in are likely to continue growing due to oil. And part of the problem for people moving in is there are severe housing shortages. North Dakota has the lowest unemployment in the nation. It's less than 5%. The numbers of people are small. It's a hard state to get to, but if you can go and put housing up there, you could really do well with it because there are people dying for housing. There are people living in RVs. There are people double stacked in motel rooms. It's just an incredible housing shortage, a great opportunity for a real estate investor. And number 9, best place to invest in America in 2012, in our opinion, the great state of Alaska. 10 out of the past 10 years, it's had an inflow of population. Now, the population inflow is small, but it's likely to continue growing due to the oil and gas there. If you could put up housing there, you could do very, very well. But, of course, the numbers of people in Alaska are small, and it's a hard state to get to, so it pushed it down on our list. And the number 10, best place to invest in 2012 in the United States, in our opinion, is the District of Columbia. For 10 out of the past 10 years, the District of Columbia has had an inflow of population. Small number of actual people, but then again, it's a tiny place. It's like Virginia and like Maryland, a beneficiary of a large government which is likely to keep growing, so DC is likely to continue growing. Now, one warning, DC is actually overvalued by around 15% when we use traditional affordability and valuation models as compared to historical norms. So that's a caveat, and one thing that put it down on our list at number 10. But that's our list, the top 10 states. Now it's time to look at the other side of the coin, the worst places to invest. These are the dogs, the worst areas in the USA to invest for long-term hold properties. They're areas with population decreases, lack of jobs, business hostile climates, and high taxes. They're areas with poor relationships between rents, acquisition costs, and operating expenses. So here they are, the losers, the worst places to invest in America. Number 1 worst place to invest, in our humble opinion, or maybe not so humble opinion, is the great state of New York. In 10 out of the past 10 years, it's been losing population, has an absolutely business hostile climate. If you're talking about New York City, it's high cost, it's heavily regulated, including rent controls, taxes are obscene for real estate as well as income, and the weather is harsh, leading to high operating expenses. On top of all that, according to our analysis, New York City is 25% overvalued using traditional affordability and valuation models as compared to historical norms. Now, outside of New York City, in the far countryside, the hinterlands, the economy is not strong. And there's no long-term upside that we can see. Stay away from New York. It's not a good place to invest in long-term hold properties. Number 2, the state of New Jersey. For the past 10 years, New Jersey has lost population. It has obscenely high real estate taxes, tenant-friendly laws, a business-hostile government, and high costs to operate. On top of that, northern New Jersey, which is of course the New York metro area, is overvalued under our analysis by about 25%, if we look using traditional affordability and valuation models as compared to historical norms. So our opinion, stay away from New Jersey. Next, Ohio. 10 out of 10 years, Ohio has lost population, and it continues to lose population year after year after year. Let's face it, folks, manufacturing is dead in the USA. And until Ohio replaces its base of manufacturing with something else that people can do to make a great living, it's going to continue to lose population to other states with jobs. So, in our opinion, stay away from Ohio. And the number 4 worst place to invest in America, in our humble opinion, is the state of Minnesota. That's right, Minnesota. It's lost population in 10 out of the past 10 years. It's freezing cold weather for too many months, high maintenance costs due to harsh weather, not an appealing place to invest in our opinion. So there they are, folks, the 4 worst places to invest in America in 2012. Now, just some notes. These lists apply to long-term rental properties, not flips. The best states are the most fertile ground for long-term returns, with growth in rents over time. The worst states are rocky soil, lots of work and low yield. So go plant your crop in soil that's fertile, that can grow a nice return for you rather than a place that's going to be hard. Thanks for attending this training, and make sure that you listen to the calls and read the newsletter, because there are 3 cities that are ready to pop. Now these cities are going to go through 1 to 2 more years of price decreases, but then they're going to pop up in value, and we're going to make sure that you're in there early. So we're keeping an eye on these cities, and we will tell you when to strike. We'll tell you when is the ideal time to get in there so we can all go and make some money. So make sure that you listen to the calls, whether it's live or on the download, and read the newsletter, and we'll keep you up to date. This is Bob Diamond on behalf of myself and my brother Ed Diamond and all of us at the Diamond Law Center. We appreciate you. We are so glad that you're a part of our community. We look forward to seeing you on the calls, and we look forward to helping you forward to making the money that you want to make in 2012. Thanks for attending. Congratulations for being involved, and we'll see you on the next call.